Hello and welcome to an X-Trex Extra. We just recorded our Oops All Nazis episode, so we thought it would be fun to watch a Supernatural episode where Hitler dies.
Dean kills him.
Yeah.
I killed Hitler. Did you know I killed Hitler? I killed Hitler.
This episode is from season 12. It's appropriately named The One You've Been Waiting For. I think that's a joke because we watched the Gollum episode for the X-Files, and I just remembered there was a Nazi episode where they killed Hitler, and I conflated the Gollum episode, which is quite a good episode, and this one together because they lumped all the Nazis together. But I think once the moment that they introduced the Nazis, it was like the joke, like, okay, but when are we going to do something stupid like kill Hitler?
Kill Hitler? Yeah, for real.
So, what did you think of this episode?
Again, weird Hitler episode that I enjoyed. I don't know what. This is a weird theme today. Like,
well, it's great to watch episodes of people hating Nazis and not having any gray lines about it.
yes, for real. No gray lines whatsoever. I did enjoy that. I thought, what's her name? Ellie? I thought she was great. I thought that the do you ever shut up thing was really good.
Yeah, you kidnap somebody and they're crying and screaming. It's like, can you shut up? It's like, bitch, you kidnapped
Right,
me.
exactly. Give me some answers.
After setting my hookup on fire.
She was so excited to fuck.
I
was on her
Tinder
side.
date.
I've never thought about this. She just survives being like having her blood stolen, the resurrection of Hitler, and she has to go back to that apartment where the last time she was there, she watched a dude
burned to
burned to
death.
death. And like, I don't know if those cops
sweep up the ashes by
I don't know if
herself.
those cops clean that up.
No, they
Doubtful.
don't. That's a whole like industry.
They don't clean up bodies?
No, it's like a whole industry that comes in and.
But
will,
do they
like, clean house.
contact that industry for you, or do
I'm
you
not
have
sure.
to do it?
I
They
have
give you
no
red
idea.
tape.
All of this happens within the span of like 24 hours.
Yeah.
So like that's still an active crime
That's
scene.
true.
There's no paperwork yet. All that shit just happened.
They're all happy at the end, like, I'm going to go back to med school and call my mom about how she lied to me about being adopted.
That's wild, man. Just to drop that shit on somebody. You're adopted. I'm fucking what?
You're adopted and you're Hitler's descendant.
Right?
Okay, so if you haven't watched this, the plot of the episode is they've been, they found this secret society called the Thule of ancient Nazi necromancers whose goal is to bring back Hitler. And this is the follow-up to the Gollum episode, which is badass because the whole thing is this character, Erin, his grandfather dies and he leaves his grandson a golem, and he's like, I didn't know golems were real, what the fuck? And so Adam is the actor's name. Erin realizes that his grandpa is part of like a secret Jewish organization that like hunts down Nazis. And so then he joins the organization in honor of his grandpa. And the golem in that is very like, it's just like a big dude.
Okay.
It looks very like it's something out of like a Hellboy.
Yeah, sure.
So that episode, so this is a follow-up to that where they find the Thule again because some lady tried to buy a Nazi watch that she shouldn't have bought. That has the soul of Hitler inside of it. And the only way to bring Hitler back is if you use some blood from his descendants. So they kidnap this poor girl who doesn't know that she's adopted or the descendant of Hitler to try and put her blood into Anthony Michael Hall, but not Anthony Michael Hall. It's just an actor that really looks like him doing the silliest German accent.
Yeah, for real.
And the Winchesters are like, we got to kill these Nazis. And that's it. That's the whole plot.
And they do kill the Nazis. That's the thing that they do.
So do the Thule come back in any way? Is this like
No, I think
revisited?
this is kind of the
Or does
wrap.
it cap at killing Hitler?
I think it
for
caps
real.
at killing Hitler.
What do you do after that?
So I've watched Supernatural all the way through, and then I'll like if I want to watch episodes, I'll go back and watch my favorites, and then I've rewatched seasons 1 through 5 more than once, but I haven't done like a lot of rewatching of the later seasons, so I'm not totally
Yeah, sure.
cognizant of like the storylines, the arcing storylines.
I just, because we've watched 3 sci-fi properties today, it's just now in my mind, I'm rolling like, oh, I started remembering like how they dealt with Nazis in Stargate.
Yeah.
And I like sci-fi Nazis. I'm going to keep thinking more about that and more about like examples of it. It's just really interesting to view Nazism, fascism, well, just make the big bad Nazis and how easy that is and how effective different sci-fi properties can do that.
Yeah, and I mean, I was saying when we were watching it, like real world Nazis were obsessed with mysticism and the supernatural and the occult. Like that was a big thing. So it's really easy to take a real world big bad and a, supernatural big bad and smoosh them together. So like they're the perfect villain, really.
I loved the characterization of Hitler. It was so good.
He's just like a dumb idiot
dancing
around, but then being like, oh, killer.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was a great way to do him. Like you said, they're super into mysticism. They took so much opium. They were just fucked up on opium all the time. I've only done that once. I would not recommend it, actually.
I loved that performance of Hitler. I also loved that his like undead, evil necromancer Nazi friends who like actually knew him, Hitler is recognized, and you just see the two of them slump and are like, oh my God, that's right. This guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, they resurrect him, and they've been working on it because this came out in 2016. We looked it up.
Yeah.
There's a couple very prescient lines where you're like, whew, okie doke. But yeah, he wakes up immediately, does his little dance, and they're like, oh yeah, this guy. Fuck. This guy, turns out, remember how he sucked?
Also, like, now I'm like linking it to Star Trek. Is this like a Kalish thing where they like needed the actual figure or whatever? Or couldn't someone at any point have just said, hi, yeah, it's me, I'm Hitler again?
Yeah, right? Because like in Star Trek, when they resurrect or they clone Kalish, it looks like him, but this one doesn't look like him.
It could have been any guy saying he's Hitler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He had like a shape of him. I feel like when he was really doing it, he was getting the face, which was
that actor does a good job differentiating between.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Still using the silly German accent, but like in a different way.
You're gonna be a Nazi in a TV show. You gotta have a silly German.
Absolutely. You can't take them seriously. That's the point.
It's so dumb. And that girl, like, I think she's terrible, but she also is terribly wonderful because she's just like this girl whose life is falling apart. Like she ran away from her wedding. She left med school. She can't even hook up on Tinder.
That I'm dying.
I'm thinking about being an actor, like doing a cattle audition for anything, or your agent getting you in for this read for this supernatural successful. It's a good get, and then you're
especially at this point. This is season 12.
Yeah. And then you're handed this script, and you're like, "What the fuck energy do I bring to this? What do I
insane energy do I bring for this?" She, her name is Allison Page. Apparently, she was on the Flash TV show too. She played Trajectory. I did not get that far on the Flash TV show.
She was great. Like, I think the energy that she brought to this was necessary for the episode, and seems appropriate for the universe of Supernatural.
Yeah, and it's funny too because like you have the classic like Sam trying to be like very caring and stuff, and Dean being like, "You got to get it together."
Meltdown is over. That was awesome. Meltdown time is over. Yes. I'm gonna start using that in my own life for myself.
You said, Gene. Just give him a 2 minutes temper tantrum and be like, "Meltdown time is over."
Hey, buddy, I know all of this is a lot right now, but we need to kill some fucking Nazis.
Yeah, I mean, it's really fun to watch Dean and Sam do that too, because I was saying like when a demon possesses somebody, like they have to wrestle the moral, like there is a person in there still, or like
it was a person's body who had a life.
Right.
Yeah.
But like these people are necromancers, bad, Nazis, bad. We don't have to feel bad about murdering them at all.
Yep.
Like, Dean was so excited. He was like, yeah, let's fucking kill Nazis.
The grenade launcher. I thought that was a great scene. Where
Dean
he was
really,
like,
it is a huge payoff later in the season when he finally gets to use it. It feels very good.
What does he get to use it against?
Oh, man, I don't remember.
But he does get to use it.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, great.
Good.
He really,
I don't think I've seen much. I mean, I haven't seen much Supernatural, but I haven't seen their weird Hunter hacking computers and all of the programs that they run. Well, it's both like the diner at the end. They both have their computers.
They call it Sam's Magical Wi-Fi, especially like now in 2016. It's like fine, but like the show premiered in 2005 or 2005. That's a weird way to say it. 2005.
200.05.
So this is like pre-CW. This is on the WWB. Jesus Christ, the WB. And like in each episode, Sam's got his like shitty phone, or he's got his computer, or he's like he can get Wi-Fi anywhere. He can research, and everybody's like, "That's You couldn't get Wi-Fi in the middle of fucking Oklahoma, like at a diner at 2 p.m. in 2005. Like, you couldn't do that. So it's like Sam's magical Wi-Fi.
Police scanner sites are everywhere. There
Yeah.
have been websites where you can listen into local police scanners and all that. I just thought it was just like the computer's on in the background and it's just running terminal code in the.
Stupid.
Well, yeah, and when he was like, I hacked into his computer. It's like, no, you just
It fucking
you just,
didn't.
It opens
it
a
didn't have a
file.
password.
It wasn't even locked.
You gotta be cool.
Oh, yeah, I hacked in.
Hacked in this computer. I do also like. I forgot about where this falls in, and like, Dean is having a lot of emotions because his mom is back, and she's kind of a bitch. I mean, rightfully so. She died and then came back, and then was like, "Oh, my sons are old, and my whole life is upside down, et cetera, et cetera." But he's not handling it very well. So he's like, he's so out of sorts. He doesn't even want to eat pie. And then the whole episode happens. He kills Hitler and he's like, I'm back, baby. Let's go get some pie. Which is just like a very good Supernatural. I feel like this is a very good Dean episode. Like,
Yes, I would totally agree with that.
You could watch this episode out of context and be like, I get why people love this character.
That's exactly what I thought.
Especially with him kind of being goofy a little bit in the antique place and like dropping the ship and like
that was a great bit. That was an excellent bit.
It's a very well done physical comedy where he knocks the ship off the table and then like brings it back up, trying to put it back. It's very good physical comedy.
Yeah, I mean, this show is not a perfect show by any means, but Jensen Ackles is like a good actor.
Yeah.
He does a good job. And like, I don't love Jared Padalecki, but they have great chemistry. Like, there's a reason the show lasted for so long. And by season 12, like, they have the banter down the whole thing. I also love when he killed Hitler and right before him, you were like, it's this big dramatic scene. Hitler's passed out on the ground and it's a shot like up of like the gun and Dean looking down and Bobby just goes, he better say something. He goes, Heil this. And you're like, that's good enough.
You gotta say, you're fucking killing Hitler.
Right?
You gotta say
You
something.
gotta have a line. You have to.
And his like face once he realizes that he killed Hitler, just like the pure joy of it.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Führer, I barely know her, would have been what I go with.
The title of this episode in Italy is just called I Killed Hitler. They like did, and in Portuguese it's the same, the one you've been waiting for, and then in Hungarian, I guess it was just called The Watch's Ghost, which is like a lame. I mean, it's trapped in the watch, but that's lame. I like that they just didn't pull any punches. I killed Hitler.
Also, okay, so you trap the soul in the watch, but the watch is this mechanical device that cuts a swastika in your tum-tum and goes inside of you, and
It's
that's
very,
how you
like-
become Hitler?
What's that movie?
Will
The
Smith
Wild
one?
Wild West.
Yeah.
It was a very Wild Wild West moment of like the little steampunk watch spider.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, the two prescient like lines. There was like one line that the main Thule guy said where he was like, we've got economic instability and like collapsing empires. It's the perfect time to bring Hitler back. And it was like,
But then it was also like Hitler saying, I
sold 10 million copies of Mein Kampf.
What do you think I could do on Twitter?
That was a great line. Great.
Oh, if only you knew, Supernatural writers, if only you knew what you were predicting.
Sandra's all of them.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, this episode's stupid and it's really fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it.
Go seek out watching Nazis die
Yeah,
in
for
fantastical
sure.
sci-fi universes. Do that for yourself right now.
Or watch Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers is great. Yeah. There was a Dean line, I believe, Nazis. I hate those guys, which is very much Indiana Jones, but also I hate Illinois Nazis from Blues Brothers. Yeah.
I don't remember that. I've only seen Blues Brothers once and it was a really long time ago.
It's a very good movie.
Written by a woman, directed by a woman.
Pew, pew, pew.
Let's go, girls. Yeah, I don't know. This episode is fun. I am a little sad that it wasn't the Golem episode because we watched the Golem episode of X-Files and that episode is really fun. But like this is a good cap on our Oops All Nazis Day.
Yeah.
Let's kill Hitler.
Yeah, for real.
It was good. That felt good.
See, Supernatural can be fun sometimes.
I'm sure it does. Yeah.
All right, that's it. That's a podcast. Happy Extra.
Have we ever watched Scooby Natural?
No, but when you say Scooby Naturals and you look at me like that, I just think Scooby with huge tits. Bye, everybody.